So E for egg. And so here you can change the text color too. You can see this, the text color for this is white. So play with it, get up to Z for this particular app. So the next thing I want to do is I also want to introduce you to the programming part of it. In Android Studio, this is Android Studio, but we're not talking about Android Studio for this class. In Android Studio, what we have just done is more like the XML version of Android Studio. Android Studio works on two languages, combination of XML and Java. So this is more like the XML part used to design the interface. Now the functionality will take us to what is called the blocks. So in the blocks, we now begin to look at the activity. So if somebody, what happens from when somebody turns on the phone, when they click a button, what should happen? Now, so for me to, I'll just go to blocks. I'll show you one or two things. Then we'll go back to the designer to, add one or two other other components. The activity we want is when a user clicks this button, there should the phone the user should hear A for apple. If you click B for ball. So at every point in time, whatever part of the phone you click, there's a voice that would echo that back to you. So for us to have that talking components, we need a component called text to speech. Text to speech. So what text to speech simply does is it converts. If you click by the side here, you see, let me click, component for using text to speak a message. So it converts whatever you place on it to speech. So we drag the text to speech to the screen. We have it here as text to speech. It's a non-visible component. The user does not need to see it. So we have our text to speech here. So now the activity now is whenever any of this button is clicked, it should call the text to speech to speak whatever is on the button. Okay, so let's get to the blocks. And now in blocks, so we have the buttons. Remember, in your own you have A up to Z. I just have to stop E so that we play with time. So I need my first button. So what are the things that you can do with a button? That's what we have here. Now, when a button is clicked, what should happen? When a button gets focused, when a button is long click is like double click. When a button is touch button is click and hold. So all that, then these are the set of um, um, functions that can go with a button. A button, you can change the background, you can make it enabled, you can change the fonts, you can change the font size, you can change the image, so you can do all this. So this, if you see, for example, for text, you can set the text, then you can work with the text that is already there. That's the difference between these two. So this one sets it, this one use what is already available. So in this case, our activity is when a button is clicked. So we just click this to accept this. When a button is clicked, what should happen? It should call forth the text to speech. So text to speech, you can see it has its own properties. So after speaking, before speaking, okay, what should I say? That's when it is called, what's the message that the user should get to know. As we keep using most of these, you understand them better. Okay, you just drag it and drop inside the when button, click do. Now with this two, when you drag it and drop, you hear the click sound. So the activity now is when a button is clicked, call speak, call text to speech to speak a message. Now the message should be the write up on the button called a button. So we go back to a button again, and the write up on a button is the text property. So this is the write up on a button. Bring write up down here. Okay, so if we download the app now to work, we go to B button and we do the same thing. When B button is clicked, call the text to speech. The text on the B button is what should be heard. When C button is clicked, call the text to speech. C button is what should be heard. And when the D button is clicked, call text to speech. D button should be heard. The write up of D button. Okay, so now you continue down to Z. Now, when you get down to Z, after building your app, the next thing for you to do is to, you can test the app using an emulator or AI companion. We'll get to show you all that in the next video. And then we'll get to show you the build function in the next video. Okay, let us just work on build. So to build your app, you click to build and you click save APK to my computer. The app will automatically download. Yes, that's the app. That's me downloading the app. The next thing is to I want to test the app. I'm plugging my Android phone. You will not be able to see that. Or in subsequent videos, I'll show you how to test it directly using different using either BlueStacks or some other stuff. Okay, so this is the app, ABCD app. So show in folder. So this is the app, ABCD app. I just right click and say send to my Android phone. Okay, Android phone is not showing yet. Okay. So if it's not showing my own, we'll leave it. So you just right click and then you say send. You see your phone here, just send to the phone and you install it to the phone. That's it. Wow. Okay, thank you for that first course. Try it and let us know what your challenges are. In our next video, we'll show you how to install BlueStacks. We'll show you how to use BlueStacks to check your app. For example, now the BlueStack is automatically looking at the app and is asking me to open with BlueStacks APK install. So we'll get to that later. Thank you very much. Continue and we'll see you in the next video.